coming down to the end of our time together today, but I'll let you in on a secret you may not have been aware of, and that is we have been watched, we have been analyzed, we have been scrutinized, and I don't mean by those who've been watching us on the web stream. I'm talking about the fact that we've had among us an official TEDxPeachtree observer, and he's going to share with us some of his reflections through poetry. Daniel Weingarten is actually studying creative writing and sociology at Emory University, and this year he is our premier TEDxPeachtree official poet. So I'd like to invite Daniel to come and share his reflections with us. Daniel Weingarten.
How are we doing? We good? Good day? All right. So I want to take y'all back to 1938. The first seeing eye dog is used. Gas costs about 10 cents. The Nazis begin their persecution of the Jewish people. There is war. And Don Asher is a 16-year-old jazz pianist working at Tiny's Lounge. It's a small club on Route 9 between Worcester and Boston. The women who worked there were all at least 6 feet tall without heels and had names that needed exclamation points to properly accentuate their exuberance. Barrel Bang, Belladonna, Eve Cherry, my personal favorite, Ginger Ale. Seriously, with an RH. While his friends were out either causing trouble or gargled in textbooks, he was amidst the only type of euphoria that existed at that time, music and whiskey. Now, he wasn't really fond of liquor, so what he'd do is order an old-fashioned with heaps of fruit and water with food coloring. By the end of the night, he was 10 deep and had everybody convinced he was a better drinker than Hemingway. See, he disguised his sobriety while maintaining the look of a musician, because you got to understand that sometimes the perception that others have is as important as the talent. They got to believe the voice before they are willing to unconcave themselves from it. Vulnerability, or the inability to reach that point, is humanity's greatest challenge, but once achieved, life's most valuable gift, and he had him there. However, this was no divine gift. See, what Don would do is go to all the local clubs, listen to the local greats, and learn their turns and tricks. He submerged himself in a puddle of inspiration, much like all y'all today, and opened himself up to be inspired to create the tools necessary to make a change of his own. That's 2011. People's eyes are as wide as a cabinet during a midnight snack rampage. Gas is stretching the dollar like the economy is a sauna and is doing a downward dog. The world is more dangerous than ever. And I, at 19, sit in Irvin Mayfield's Jazz Playhouse. It's a small club in New Orleans on Bourbon Street with a plate of alligator sliders, a bowl of gumbo, and the sound of a tenor saxophone player named Black. He's got this comical rockin' movement to him, resembles a Hasidic Jew during prayer. Got to the point where I really believed in his music. I mean, I was asking myself, what are the words behind the notes? Because you have to understand that everything is a conversation. The artist speaks, the audience listens, reflects, and must then respond. So I wrote this poem, and today, all of you have just experienced some of the most innovative mantras that this community has had to offer. You've had your brain picked like a pomegranate, but understand that this stage is simply a vehicle for credibility to get y'all to listen. This stage, this whole world, in fact, is the old-fashioned doesn't have a drop of liquor, or the tenor saxophone player who shows glimpses of divinity. You got to understand that everyone who touched the stage tonight did not create their ideas out of thin air. They were inspired by something in the past, because that's how us humans work. We bounce off of each other. The beauty of our species lies in our innate ability to never say that's it, that's the best that we can do. The beauty lies in knowing that despite all the turmoil in the world, that which will always exist, progress and the drive that every human being possesses makes today a better time to live in than yesterday. Innovation is not restricted to the innovators, it is all of us. At a live performance at the Sands Casino in 1966, Frank Sinatra said, "It's about that time of the program for a drunk song." Drunk songs are told in small bars and bistros in the wee hours of the morning by a fella who's got problems, like his broad flew the coop, with another guy and all the bread. So if you'll assume the position of the bartender, it's how these guys behave. See, the chairman of the board, Frank, he understood that inspiration does not restrict itself to momentous occasions. Even the most trivial occurrences have the potential to create the change that we gather and fight for. It could be as simple as a guy buying a pack of gum at the convenience store. So I challenge all of you to become an observer of everything. Take your mentality from today and put it into your daily lives. You never know what will bear you closer to the idea or action that's been hidden inside of you since birth. A game of hide and go seek with God. Let us solve this riddle. At night, I look up, and I notice how the plane always seems to be dancing to the music. Full blue eyes could only see how his handprints are still on the night sky. It makes me realize that all of our destinies involve taking these woodcutters and soaking them in moonshine. That way, no matter what we touch or how it goes, we are bound to shed light. Thank you.